Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Maybe climbing stairs feels harder than it used to. Maybe getting up from a chair takes more effort. Maybe your balance feels slightly off. Maybe your legs feel tired too early, even after what should have been a normal day. A lot of people notice these changes and immediately assume one thing: I'm just getting older. And yes, aging can affect strength, balance, and endurance. But weak legs are not always just aging. Sometimes your body is giving you early signals that something needs more support. In some cases, that support may involve movement. In other cases, it may involve sleep, recovery, or daily habits. And in some cases, low intake of key nutrients may also play a role. Now, let's be clear from the start. Not all leg weakness is nutritional. Weakness can have many causes, and some of them deserve proper medical attention. But today, we're focusing on a question many people overlook. Could your body be missing nutrients that help support muscle function, nerve signaling, energy, and strength? Because when the body is underfueled or undernourished over time, the legs often feel it early. They carry you all day. They support your weight. They respond to movement, balance, and effort. And when something is off, they may be one of the first places where you feel it. So in this video, we're going to break down 5 important nutrients that may matter when your legs feel weak, what they do, which foods contain them, and why nutrition is only one part of the picture. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'll also explain why sitting too much may quietly be making this problem worse, even if you think you're eating fairly well. Let's start with the first nutrient. The first nutrient is protein. And for many adults, this is one of the biggest missing pieces. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass. Without enough of it, the body has a harder time repairing tissue, preserving strength, and supporting the muscles you rely on every day. This matters even more as you get older, because muscle naturally declines with age if it is not supported. That means if your body is already losing muscle gradually and you are also under-eating protein, the process can become even more noticeable. And where do many people notice that first? In the legs. They feel less steady, less powerful, less responsive, more easily tired. A lot of adults think they eat enough protein because they have a little at dinner. But then breakfast is mostly carbs, lunch is light or incomplete, and the total protein for the day ends up lower than the body really needs. That pattern can work against you over time. Good sources of protein include eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, lean meats, and other whole food sources. The goal is not extreme eating, it is consistent support. If your legs feel weaker than they used to, your body may not just need exercise, it may need more building material. The second nutrient is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in muscle function, nerve signaling, and energy production. That makes it highly relevant when weakness, fatigue, or cramping start to show up. When magnesium intake is too low, some people may notice muscle cramps, twitching, tension, low energy, or a general feeling that the body is not functioning as smoothly as it should. And once again, the legs are often one of the places where these changes become noticeable. Maybe your calves cramp at night. Maybe your legs feel tired too quickly. Maybe your muscles feel heavy or tense for no obvious reason. Now, not every cramp means low magnesium, but low intake is one possible factor that should not be ignored. Foods rich in magnesium include pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, avocado, and other nutrient-dense plant foods. The problem is that many modern diets are heavily built around processed foods and low around foods like seeds, legumes, nuts, and greens. That creates a pattern where calorie intake may be high, but nutrient intake may still be lacking. And over time, that kind of imbalance can show up in the way your body feels. Sometimes weakness is not about one dramatic problem. Sometimes it is about years of low-level nutritional neglect. The third nutrient is potassium. Potassium helps regulate muscle contractions and fluid balance. When intake is too low, some people may experience cramping, muscular fatigue, or that washed-out feeling in the legs. Potassium matters because muscles do not work well without proper electrolyte balance. Your body relies on these internal systems to contract, relax, recover, and function normally. When something in that system is off, the legs may feel it quickly, especially during activity. You may notice fatigue when walking, muscle tightness, cramping, or a sense that the legs are not recovering well. Potassium-rich foods include bananas, potatoes, beans, yogurt, leafy greens, avocados, and certain fruits and vegetables. And this is an important reminder. The body does not only need calories, it needs the right kind of support. Many people eat enough to feel full, but not enough to feel truly nourished. That difference matters. If most of your diet is built around refined snacks, convenience foods, sugary products, and not enough whole foods, your body may struggle to get the minerals it needs for proper function. And weak, tired legs may be one of the ways that shows up. The fourth nutrient is vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a role in both muscle and bone health, which makes it especially important when discussing weakness, stability, and aging. A lot of adults do not get enough vitamin D, especially those who spend most of their time indoors, have limited sun exposure, or simply do not pay much attention to this nutrient. And because the effects can be gradual, low vitamin D may go unnoticed for a long time. But over time, low levels may affect the body in ways that matter. Less support for muscles, less support for bones, and potentially more difficulty maintaining strength and physical confidence. This becomes especially relevant as you age. If the bones need more attention and the muscles need more support, vitamin D becomes part of a much bigger picture. Some dietary sources include fatty fish, fortified dairy products, fortified foods, and egg yolks. Sun exposure may also play a role for some people, depending on lifestyle and environment. The important point here is awareness. Many adults live with low energy, reduced strength, and physical sluggishness without asking whether their body may be lacking something important. Vitamin D is one of those nutrients worth paying attention to. The fifth nutrient is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is important for nerve health and energy metabolism. And that matters because sometimes weak legs are not just about muscles. Sometimes nerves are part of the picture too. When B12 is too low, some people may notice weakness, tingling, numbness, fatigue, or that strange feeling that something is off in the limbs. This is one reason B12 deserves attention when someone describes weak legs along with tingling, low energy, poor stamina, or unusual sensations. Good sources of B12 include fish, eggs, dairy, meat, and fortified foods. This nutrient can be especially important for older adults because absorption may become less efficient with age. That means even if someone is eating some B12-containing foods, it may still be something worth paying attention to. Again, the message is not fear. The message is awareness. Your body often gives repeated signals before problems become more obvious. Weakness, tingling, and fatigue should not always be brushed off as normal. So if your legs feel weak, what kinds of foods deserve more attention? Focus on foods that help support protein, minerals, nerve health, and overall resilience. That includes eggs, Greek yogurt, beans, lentils, fish, bananas, leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, lean meats, and fortified foods when appropriate. Notice what these foods have in common. They are not trendy. They are not extreme. They are not miracle products. They are practical, nutrient-dense foods that help support the systems your body depends on. And that is what matters most. The body gets stronger when it is supported consistently, not when it is shocked with short-term fixes. This part is important. Weak legs are not always just about nutrients, and they are not always just aging. Sometimes the issue is inactivity. If you sit for most of the day, your muscles are not being challenged enough to stay strong. Over time, that can lead to reduced endurance, lower stability, and a body that feels older than it should. Sometimes the issue is poor sleep. If your recovery is poor night after night, energy drops, resilience drops, and the body starts underperforming. Sometimes the issue is low movement combined with low-quality food. That combination can quietly push the body toward weakness over time. And sometimes, people are eating too little protein while living a mostly sedentary life. That is almost like asking the body to get weaker. So if you want stronger legs, the solution is rarely just one thing. Your body needs movement, nutrition, recovery, and consistency. That is what supports real change. Now let's be clear about something very important. If you notice sudden weakness, numbness, ongoing pain, major changes in balance, swelling, or symptoms that are getting worse, do not ignore them. Those are situations where it is important to talk to a qualified healthcare professional. The internet can be helpful for awareness, but it should not replace evaluation when symptoms are persistent, intense, or unusual. The goal here is not self-diagnosis. It is learning to recognize when your body may need more attention. Too many people dismiss repeated warning signs until they become harder to fix. It is better to listen early. If your legs feel weak, tired, unstable, or just not as strong as they used to, don't assume your body is simply breaking down. Sometimes it is asking for more support. More protein, more nutrients, more movement, more recovery, more consistency. Protein, magnesium, potassium, vitamin D, and B12 all play important roles in how your muscles, nerves, and energy systems work. And while they are not the only answer, they may be part of the reason your body feels different. The good news is that small daily choices can start to change that. A better breakfast, more nutrient-dense meals, a little less sitting, a little more walking, a little more awareness. Your body usually gives signals before bigger problems appear. Learn to listen early. If this video helped you, subscribe to Body Signal Health for more simple videos about body warning signs, healthy aging, nutrition, and everyday wellness.